Hello lovers of red velvet, it's me, your girl in the building. Today we are going to be making red velvet an oil base. Originally, red velvet is from America, which is New York. It's been existing since 1930. A lot of people keep asking, what make red velvet so special? Today I'm going to let you know what make red velvet so special. We are going to be working with granulated sugar and oil-based red velvet. Okay, did you hear that? So put your 500 gram of granulated sugar in the mixing bowl. Now I'm going to be introducing my eggs. So that's about 4 large eggs. If you are using small egg, you can use 6. Okay, so I didn't measure the quantity. I didn't know my scale was not working yet, but basically 500 gram we're going to be working with. So you put that in the mixing bowl. You can use this whisk mix to mix it, or you can also use paddle attachment to mix it. That also work perfectly for the purpose, like if you don't want to use the whisk as well, it's also work perfectly. We want to make sure we are starting with a low medium speed. Okay, you don't want to speed it up. You know, every say that say when you cook your food in low heat, it cook very well. So this is not time to speed it up. We want to start creaming this together. You can see I want to put my time guide. Always work with your time guide, guys. Put alarm, use your kitchen alarm or your phone so you know what you're doing. Everything is accurate. Okay, as I was saying, red velvet is originally from America. Okay, some people say red velvet cake, what makes it special? So in this event, this person was asking me, I was like, yeah, red velvet is so special because it's not just like we just have food color, boom, it's ready. No, the basic thing, that the fundamental of red velvet, you're adding food coloring, you're adding vinegar, you are adding cocoa powder, you are adding coffee. Those are the things that make red velvet so unique. So here we are going to be measuring our yogurt. I'm using natural yogurt, so that's about 2 cups of yogurt. Okay, so in gram, I don't really weigh it out. You make sure you want to add your vinegar, 1 tablespoon of vinegar into your yogurt. Now I'm going to be measuring my coffee. Yeah, this is time to really add the coffee into it. If you are watching this and say you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notification bell, like and share, guys. So we're going to be measuring the coffee out, half a teaspoon, the smallest spoon. You can see they even give me a gram when I put it on the scale. You want to ensure that your hot water is really boiled. Okay, so now we're going to be bringing the hot water. We introduce that like 1 tablespoon of the hot water we're going to be pouring. As you can see me, this 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to be putting that in. So you can put this at the last thing to mix, but it's happened that I have to mix this before. So I normally mix this at the last stage. Now we're going to be sieving our flour. Yeah, we are working with a plain flour, guys. It's not self-rising flour. So all you're going to do, just put on the scale 500 gram of plain flour. So as you can see me doing it here, I'm measuring it out. I'm going to make it 500 gram. 80 gram, that's way too much. 2 gram is fine. Okay, you remember our sugar was 500 gram at 1 gram. Okay, so it's also okay when you have 1 gram over your measurement, not 10-50 gram. So as you see there, I added a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so those are the 3 ingredients I add to it. I will be leaving the nutrition down below in case it get you confused. Here we are introducing our cocoa powder. Yeah, cocoa powder is needed. That's a 2 tablespoons. So that 2 tablespoons is about 15 gram. Each gram of cocoa powder is 7 gram. In case you don't know, I've got you the measurement out. So 7 gram is 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. 2 tablespoons, which is 14 gram, is 2 tablespoons. Okay, in case you don't have a gram or you have a spoon. I hope that makes sense. So you want to sieve this the way you see me doing it. I sieve everything. I want to get my hand whisk. I want to make sure everything is well mixed proper. I don't want to see like the cocoa powder, any of the ingredients here. This is really very, very important. Do not alter to skip this place. I always say if you follow my step, you will end up having a perfect recipe. Yeah, today I'm going to be using food coloring powder. Yeah. You see that's the food coloring powder I'm going to be using. It's also going a gram, so it's a 10 gram I put in here because we are doing 500 gram. If it happened to be 250 gram, you just put 5 gram. 10 gram I did pour into my buttercream, which is the yogurt. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking a little batch of it out and mix it in a smaller bowl, just the way I'm doing it here, because you don't want to end up having lumps inside. You want to make sure you mix in a smaller bowl, just the way I'm doing it here. I mix it, so I think is the consistency I'm looking for. Everything is well mixed. I'll pour it back to the bigger large bowl. Yeah, just follow my step. You will have a perfect red velvet that your customer will keep demanding for it. A restaurant, they are demanding for this recipe from me. I just made up. I said, let me come out and share this with my lovely subscriber. You guys have really been amazing. So I know as a home beginner, as a home baker, a lot of people find this red velvet so precious to them. They don't bring it out. They don't really give the fundamental. I really have a different varieties, like 3 bases of how to make red velvet. So keep folding your cream with your food color till you get this. They see the way it's bright and red. So if you've not just subscribed and like, go ahead and subscribe and like and share. Now I'm going to be adding, the oil is 350 ml. So you can measure it with a cup, which is 1 full cup and 1.5 cup. Here we are adding our vanilla essence, 1 tablespoon of vanilla. This is the coffee we made later on. Make sure the coffee is very hot, okay, guys? So that coffee was half a teaspoon of a coffee, then a full tablespoon of hot water. You just pour that in. So you mix all those wet ingredients together. At this stage, I put the time aside, so it's almost mixing up to 15 minutes. If you want to carry on mixing to 20 minutes, what you are doing with hand, you can go ahead to whisk this with your hand to inform to this extent. See the way it's running like a rainbow stage and all of that. Okay, that's me. It's ready. So now I'm going to be introducing every other ingredients, which is the wet ingredients followed by the dry ingredients. Guys, this recipe honestly is so dear to me. When I mean it's dear to me, it's dear to me. I've said it before that a lot of demand is coming for this recipe. Do not utter to skip anything. If you can't get natural yogurt for this recipe, you can use milk. All you need to do, put your vinegar inside, measure the 2 tablespoons of the milk out. Okay, it's going to only make it a bit liquid, like it's not going to be thicker. You notice the yogurt was a bit thicker. That's only the difference about this basic red velvet recipe. Can't you see the way it's going? Like, you know, do not alter to go and use food coloring liquid or wet or the under liquid. Whoops, look at what happened to me there. I needed to bring it out to go and wash it. Honestly, this is all we experience when we are baking, guys. Oh my goodness, look at this red is giving. I'm so in love with it. So nice. Oil based red velvet is the best. Although I will be showing that later on in the video. I will talk about more of that. Okay, I've washed it. Now I'm going to be introducing my dry ingredients that we shave later on. I'll just pour that in one go. Let's assume you want to do this in a hand. You have to be adding little and fold it. If you've not watched my previous video on my vanilla cake, how to bake cake with hand, you fold that and go and watch that video. That will give you an idea on how to add your dry ingredients to it. Okay, guys, so now we're mixing with a low speed. Do not speed it up to mix up with the highest speed. Then you see everything will splat everywhere and all of that. With a low speed, let it continue mixing gently for a couple of minutes. I'm going to stop it and I'm going to scrape the bowl. Okay, guys, if you have any recipe you want me to bake, you want me to talk about, leave your comment down below. Let me have that in my mind. I'll work on that on my next video. I also have a sponge cake red velvet, guys, as you can see. I also have an oil base with butter. You mix both together, red velvet. Okay, this is basically only oil base, so you can really work around it. You know, red velvet is being made with love. When you are making red velvet, just put all your mind, make it with love so your customer will enjoy it. The review is what really matters, honestly. So now you want to spray your cake tin, so you can use butter, you can use cake release as I'm doing it here, but do not alter when you are making a red velvet cake that you want to spray it and put flour, boom, you just put the butter in and bake. No, because red velvet cake is a fragile cake. It's very fragile, so you need to do it diligently, with careful. So just lay your attachment paper, as you can see me here. I'll lay the basis of the baking pad, I'll put around it. Okay, it's happened that I have to cut this too long. I was hoping that it's going to pop up boom, like when I put 103 grams on it, but it wasn't like that. But always make sure you just lay your cake tin down very well, that when you're cutting the paper out, the baking paper, there is no line of mark or line of pen. You don't want those to contaminate your voice. Okay, so now we put that aside. We're going to bring the mixer now. We're going to split it around. It happened that I have to make this cake because it was a tall cake. I didn't have enough memory. I could have recorded all, I'll conclude the cake and all of that, because it was a tall cake. I normally put 1,000 if it's a buttercream and any cream on my cake tin. You will see what I just did on this cake. I added too much on it, but you do not make that kind of mistake. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I'm scraping it. I'm trying to make sure I'll fold everything on my hand. Sometimes the attachment bolt doesn't get to the bottom of it to mix everything proper. Make sure you do this. You are well happy with it. You don't want to see any flour, any lumps on your mixing before you put that in. Do this stage, then you put it aside and bring your tin, put it on the scale as you can see me do it here. The reason why I put this lint paper, I didn't put it to the level of the baking thing because I think it was going to be excess coming out. I didn't realize that, oh, this is red velvet. Adobe is vanilla. I put 1.3 on this cake thing. It's going to come up poof, but it was red velvet cake, and that was what happened right here. So I should have put 1,000 grams. I put 1.3, which was way too much. When you bake later on, you're going to see what I'm trying to explain to you. So you want to make sure you want to tap this in the surface. Tap it, ta, 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 ta. You don't want it to like having the cake is not well mixed well proper. Put it in the oven. Preheat your oven. At this stage, you make sure your oven is be preheated for 180 degrees. So you want to bake this for 150 Celsius degree, and you set your alarm for the first 30 minutes. Red velvet don't need to bake like vanilla cake that have to bake for 1 hour 45 minutes or thereabout. Red velvet cake is baked for between 30 to 35 minutes, depending on what you put. You see, mine was a bit cracking. This is what I was saying. I didn't really like the outcome, but it's okay. So the content was what important, the flavor and everything inside. But I know the red velvet is supposed to come out a bit brighter than this. So you want your red velvet cake to be firm, to be moist. You have to use this aluminum paper to cover it. Don't use the cling film. When you use a cling film, I had a complaint from my customer, so I stopped using a cling film. I started using this aluminum paper to cover it. You can keep the moist. Just cover it for like 10 minutes before you can turn it, and you can cling film it and put it in the fridge. Did you see what I was saying? I've never baked a red velvet cake that when I flip it out is a bit dark like that. You can sell the cupcake. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Support your girl by subscribe and like and share this video. That means a lot to me, guys. Let everyone know about this channel, about the unique recipe that is coming out from me that you all will have beneficial. Can you see on the cupcake muffin line? This is a cupcake muffin line, guys. See how it come out. See how it's so nice. See how it's bouncing back. Honestly, guys, this cake was a hit. It was like, I so much love it. Honestly, go and try this. I want to see your comment down. Don't hesitate to come and leave your comment. See this red velvet cake, guys. What are you going to say? Like, we all bake this together. Now, you're going to be trying this. Let me know in your comment section. Are you going to be through this? Look at the way it's giving. Look at that, guys. See, this is my red velvet base and oil base as well. This one is a sponge base, which is butter base. This one is oil and butter. So I have about 4 recipes for red velvet and how to put the food coloring with cocoa powder, you know. And I have different way of how to use jelly food coloring, liquid food coloring. This is a powder base and oil base. I'm gonna be testing it, guys. I can't really stop eating this red velvet. Honestly, it was so yummy. Honestly, if I make this with my kids, everyone will keep, Mommy, I need red velvet, I need red velvet. Red velvet is a hit. Are you going to be trying this recipe, guys? Leave your comment down below. Don't hesitate to send me picture. I can't wait to see you all in my next video, and tell me how this red velvet unique recipe, how you are finding it in your own business, in your local business. Let me see your comment down below. Bye.